start now.
To make a seed tape, there are several things that you will need, but you have your choice of materials. You could even do a piece of toilet tissue, Kleenex, paper towels cut in strips, newspaper, or children's manila paper or newsprint, and just tear out a sheet and cut that into pieces. The other things you might want to use, the other things you will need might be a pot if you're placing it in a pot, but if you're going to go in the garden, then that you won't need that. You will need some glue, and I even ran out of glue when I was making my daughters, so I used egg white. I cracked an egg because I literally could not find any glue. So, but this is a glue all. It's pretty good to use, an Elmer's glue. You might need some scissors if you're cutting your paper towel, a pencil or pen to mark with, some tape to label, and your seed. Today I'm thinking I'm going to just choose strips of the paper towel. So I'm going to take these and just move this over. And I've cut mine into 2 narrow strips, as you can see. I want to grow some Swiss chard with mixed colors. I've been growing it all season long, and I'm thinking my plants need to be revitalized, so I want to get in my fall crop. 1st of August is a good time, or the end of July, to get your fall crops ready. But you could do this in the winter time in January and have it ready. Just put it in a paper envelope or paper bag so it's ready for spring. What I'm going to do is simply put down a strip of glue. How hard was that? All right, and I can count these out. And I'll look to see what my spacing is, and it said I need to space the plants 6 inches apart. So I could put one here, and I could put one, I'm going to go a little closer because I'm going to put mine in pots. I will put one here. I'm going to do mine about 3 inches apart because I know that my pots will have plenty of nutrients because I use my own compost. And I'll put one down here. But if I were going to put this in the garden, I definitely would space it 6 inches. And then watch, take my other piece of paper towel, voila. And then now I'm taking my pen and I'm going to mark on here mixed colors Swiss chard. Okay, now it's on here, and so when I'm ready to use it, I know what it is, and if I wanted to put any other information, I could go to the back of the packet, and if I wanted to know 7 to 10 days germinating, I might go 7 to 10 days. I know what it is. I know when I can expect my seed to grow or sprout once I get this moist. I would put this under the soil, the same amount of depth, 3/4 inches, and water it, and it would grow just like it were if it were in the ground. But this will hold, this paper towel or any of these papers, that we talked about, they will actually hold the moisture for your seed, which promotes the growth and sprouting. And that's it. Now, you can make it, we'll cut one, I'll show you how to take a pot and make a seed tape for a pot. I'm just going to show this for the taping purposes in a very small pot. I'm just going to draw around it, and I'm going to cut well inside that line because it's going to fit down about 1 inch from the top of the pot. I cut inside that line. I'm cutting at least a good 1/4 inch all the way around, and you would cut 2 of those, one for the top, one for the bottom, just like we did on the paper towel. And again, we put our glue leave a space around the edges. And this time, I'm going to plant some of my heirloom tennis ball lettuce. I love this lettuce. It's my first year to do it, but I have really been very successful. Here's the deal. You can plant as many as you want, but you need to thin them out. And I find that I've had good success rate. And I'm putting them in a little circle. And I'm going to have the most beautiful little pot of lettuces here. I'm going to have to put those back in later. All right, I take another one, and it doesn't even have to be, I'm just going to take a Kleenex because I forgot to make that second towel. Cut it out just like I did the bottom. And place it on top. And that would be my seed tape, and I'm going to place it right on top of my soil when I'm ready to put it in the pot.
Does the glue hurt anything?
The glue does not hurt anything. The glue actually is going to help it because it's going to hold moisture, and there's even some nutrients in there for it. So that is another plus for using the glue. And you can do this in a 20-foot roll. If you've got toilet tissue, you can actually, we did it in a school garden, in the Hanson School Gardens, where we did just long newspaper. We'd fold out our newspapers, and the kids wanted great big long rows. So we just cut our strips, and then we did an assembly line. So one kid would cut the strips, one kid laid them out, one kid did the glue, the other kids came behind putting seeds and measuring the spaces. You can actually, if you want to have children help you, or if you are a child, you can actually measure with a yardstick and put those dots on there where you want your seed to go. Mm-hmm. And you can plant 2 or 3 seed there and then just clip off the seedlings you don't need if it's too many for that space. Enjoy making your seed tapes.
Okay, good.